What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Diego and today I'm gonna give you a step-by-step trick and guide on how to make your mouth look, feel and smell better than it already does. Make sure you stick until the very end because I've saved the best trick for last, and if you like what you're hearing, let's go. I've actually broken down these steps and tricks into 3 categories. Step 1, Step 2 and Step 3, which we are all going to cover through the video. So for step number 1, we're going to deal with what is inside the mouth. We're going to start from the source of the problem until we get to the outer parts of the mouth. So for point number 1, I'm going to start with the easiest method, which is brushing your teeth. Now, brushing your teeth I've put as the first method since it's the simplest and most accessible method to everyone all around. For brushing your teeth, actually the advantages of brushing your teeth. Number 1, it actually helps to remove bad breath, which is actually what we're trying to deal with. It removes plaques that are actually in the mouth caused by bacteria, and these plaques are actually caused by eating sugars and all forms of substances that as well stick on your teeth. Kind of like these sugars, the snacks, and most of the carbonated drinks nowadays. The other advantage of brushing your teeth is that it helps to prevent cavity and tooth decay, also caused by eating these sugary substances that settle on the bottom of your teeth. And for advantage number 3, it actually saves you quite a lot of money, because you know when you don't actually take care of your teeth, you'll end up using so much money visiting the doctor from point A to point B, trying to find the best solution to maintain your teeth after it's too late. So it's actually better to prevent that kind of cost at an earlier stage than wait for it to escalate. Now, what I'd recommend you to do is to brush your teeth at least twice per day, as excessive brushing can also cause irritation to your mouth and your teeth, since the fluoride from the toothpaste might react to your teeth if your teeth are actually sensitive for that matter. But if you can brush, don't go more than 3 times, you'll end up spoiling your teeth. And brushing your teeth is also easier since, for number 1, you actually just use a toothbrush and a toothpaste. If you can't get access to toothbrushes and toothpaste, you can use the all common methods where they say use a herbal stick and salt. It will also remove dirt, but to remove bacteria and to cure bad breath, you need toothpaste and toothbrush for the best results. So for our point number 2, we're actually going to talk about brushing your tongue. Now, for a fun fact before you actually go on, did you know that 90% of bad breath is actually caused by not brushing your tongue? Or we can just say caused by a dirty tongue. Now, by brushing your teeth, you actually prevent yourself from getting something called halitosis, commonly called bad breath, and it is actually caused by sulfur-producing bacteria that settle at the bottom of your tongue and your throat. That's actually what causes bad. To emphasize more on this, have you ever spoken to a person, then gotten a glimpse of their tongue, and it was white? Now, what you want to know, a white tongue actually symbolizes that those are food particles that are actually settle at the bottom of the tongue and have also extended through to the throat. Now, that is actually what causes halitosis or bad breath. Yeah, it's actually not easy dealing with someone who has halitosis because, yeah, I'm sure we've all dealt with one person or the other. But you cannot actually blame people who have halitosis because some of them are actually medicated. Rather, some of them are actually just caused by someone being lazy and not wanting to brush their teeth. Now, for the simplest method of actually dealing with halitosis is brushing your tongue. Now, you can brush your tongue after you've brushed your teeth or before you've brushed, but I normally recommend after since I myself normally do it after. Now, what you want to do is just take your brush and use the toothpaste you've been using, then gently scrub on your tongue. And if you don't want to use a brush, you can use the back of the brush for better results. Now, for people who actually have advanced better, they have tongue scrapers. A tongue scraper just does the exact same work as a brush does, but this time it's actually a floss that actually scrapes everything from your tongue, hence preventing halitosis from occurring. Now, when brushing your tongue, make sure to never go too hard on it, because I remember I myself once did it and it resulted into me not taking hot things for 2 days continuously. Yeah, it's actually that bad. So if you want to stop that, don't overbrush it. And also you have to brush your tongue for the safety of me and for the safety of yourself, because I'm sure the person near you will actually appreciate it when you brush your tongue regularly, and your mouth will also appreciate it when you brush your tongue regularly. Now, we're actually done with step number 1, which was dealing with how to make your mouth smell better by dealing with your tongue and your teeth. Now we're heading on to step number 2, which deals with how to make your mouth look better than it already does. So for point number 1, we're actually going to talk about exfoliating your lips, commonly called brushing your lips, and it kills two birds with one stone by making your lips look smooth and giving it that pinkish look. Now, in making your lips look smooth, when you exfoliate your lips or brush your lips, you remove the dry skin from your lips and the dead skin, giving it that smooth-like appearance since all the dead skin is wiped off. And for making your lips look pinker, it stimulates the blood flow to your lips. After you've brushed the dead skin from your lips, now the blood is stimulated to your lips, giving it that pinkish appearance. Now, to exfoliate your lips, I always do at least once in a week. I normally take my brush, put it in water, and slowly brush my lip in a round motion from left to right, gently. Since if you overdo the exfoliation, you might damage your lips. Since you've removed all the layers of the skin that was protecting it, your lip is now fresh. So do not overdo it when exfoliating your lips expecting for results. You'd rather do it slowly, then as the results come you'll notice it slowly also, than do it in a rush and end up with bleeding lips daily. So you just take your brush, put it in water, or just wet your lips a bit, then slowly brush your lips or exfoliate your lips, and after a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, you can see the results of exfoliation. Now keep this in mind, for people with sensitive lips or delicate lips, you can use a child's brush. A child's brush is simply meant to accommodate a child's soft gums, meaning it's actually softer than our normal hard brush as grown-ups. So you can use a child's brush to exfoliate and you won't have to struggle that much seeing the results, since you won't have to injure your lips. Or for anyone, or for that matter, you can use a child's brush. So for point number 2, my personal best is to oil your lips. As you've noticed by now, exfoliating your lips leaves them dry and subjected to injury that comes in form of cracking. And as we all know by now, cracking is actually very painful, especially as it starts to extend its width. It becomes even much more. Oiled lips generally just look much more better and much more healthier compared to dried lips. Hence, when people on the road look at your lips, especially a person of the opposite gender, we're actually done with step number 2, which was making your lips look good, either publicly or just to you. Now, entering point number 3 is actually how to make your lips feel good. Now this time I'm actually going to deal with points on how to make your lips feel better than they already are. And I've also broken down these parts into 2 points so that they can be easier for you to understand. So for point number 1, it's actually chewing gum. Gum. I cannot emphasize on this more. Gum. Gum is like the gift. And as we all know, getting the right gum for the right purpose is actually better, since if you get these flavored gums like mint and bubble flavored gums, it can help in combating bad breath, especially when you're somewhere outdoors and you cannot have access to brushing your teeth anywhere. You can just pull out your gum and chew and you'll have fresh breath for the entire day without having to brush your teeth, especially when outdoors. Also, chewing these non-sugared gums helps in saliva production that produces saliva. Also, chewing these non-sugared gums helps in saliva production, where this excessive saliva helps to wash off these dangerous and harmful sugars that have settled on your teeth and in your mouth. So for point number 2, I'm gonna talk about drinking water. I recently found a research that shows there's a direct link between drinking just enough amount of water and having good breath. Since if you drink just enough amount of water, you'll end up having good breath, since as we all know, the major cause of bad breath is halitosis, which is caused by the settled food particles in your tongue. So when you drink just enough amount of water, you won't give this food time to settle. And also these carbonated drinks that have excessive sugar that settle in your teeth, when you drink just enough amount of water, you'll end up flushing all this excessive amount of sugar in your teeth. Hence, you'll have better teeth and better breath. Now, as I've given you 6 foolproof tips on how to make your mouth smell, look and feel better than it already does. Now, as I had already said, I had saved the best tip for last, and we're actually going to talk about the last and the most secret tip. So come close if you want to listen to this tip. So for the number 7 bonus tip that I wanted to give you today is to use baking powder. As we all know, even I myself came to notice this. Baking powder makes your teeth whiter, as it's a mild abrasive that removes teeth stains, hence making your teeth look whiter. Though it does not go all the way to remove all the deep stains, just the surface stains like the ones caused from coffee or drinking. So if you use baking powder at least once or twice a week, you can see the best results in 2 to 3 weeks. However, do not use excessive baking powder, as the more you use, you might end up actually irritating your teeth, making them to break. So for the best results, try using it at least twice or once a week. And that's a wrap for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and make sure to share this video to your friends and family members so you can grow more people to our community. See you next time.